Okie dokie, go for it. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Team Fireball weekly call. We're so glad you're here. So great to see all of your beautiful faces. And if you're catching the replay, thanks so much for taking time out to watch our hard work recording this stuff. And thank you, Jenny, for all of the technical stuff. You guys, Jenny Field is so awesome. She records these every week for us, and she figured out how to stream on Facebook. It's not as easy as it sounds, trust me. So thank you, Jenny. You are the best for helping us out every week, showing up. If you don't know me, I'm Kristi Simpson. I am Pro 5 here in LifeVantage, and I'm so excited to share with you guys tonight about this awesome book that Alice told me about last week. And I had to go and buy it on Audible, and I listened to it over the weekend, and it's nothing short of fabulous. If you do not ever read books, read this one. If you are not a book person, read this one. You will not be disappointed. I'm always reading and I'm always excited about the book when I'm reading it. But this one is different, you guys, because Mel Robbins, she's just really awesome. But she reads the book herself, and she is so raw and down to earth. And she gets very, very vulnerable in this book. And she talks about her train wreck of a life way back when. And it's just so relatable because all of us have screwed up and all of us have done stuff we're not proud of, but we're certainly not going to share it with millions of people like Mel Robbins does. So it's just so nice to hear that from somebody who is obviously being very successful now, but she always wasn't. She wasn't always like that. So anyway, back to I'm Kristi. I've been married for going on 34 years to my husband, Kevin, and we have 3 grown boys. And I was introduced to LifeVantage almost 7 years ago by my now dear friend, Alice. I didn't know Alice before this wonderful business. And if she hadn't told me about Protandem Nerf 2 for my pony, I would not be here right now. And that's just the short of it. And I'm so grateful to be on this journey with all of you guys. It's just been a wonderful wild ride. And if I haven't met you face to face yet, if you're watching this replay, I hope that you will come to Global and I can hug you and meet you face to face. And I'm so looking forward to it, you guys. It's this month and we're just getting so excited about it. Oh yeah, I need to share my screen. About to say I need to congratulate some folks for their hard work over the last couple of weeks. So these people got new customers over the last 2 weeks. Jenny Field, Carol Betts, you got 2. And Allison Parnes, you guys rock. We are so enamored by your consistency and your hard work. And it's not easy. It's not easy to keep being consistent and to do this day in and day out. So hats off to you. You guys are the bomb diggity. Love y'all. And what else? Oh yeah. Okay. Next, I think that's it. I'm trying to remember all of the announcements on the Team Global Aloha call that was earlier today, and I think I've covered it. Just that Global's coming up, you guys, and if you haven't registered, please register. Please come with us. We're going to be having such a great time. There's lots of little activities going on in the background, like trying to get some fun stuff going for the whole team. We're going to be having a Team Global Aloha dinner on Saturday night, and Sarah Redican is planning all that, and that's going to be lots of fun. I think that we're going to be having our own Team Fireball dinner together on Thursday night. Most of us are arriving Thursday. More to come, more the details we'll probably be sharing on WhatsApp or in text messages with you guys. So if you're coming and you haven't told us, please let us know so that we can include you in on the plans and stuff. We're so excited. It's going to be awesome. All right. So just to get into it with, there we go. The High Five Habit by Mel Robbins. You guys, I tried to finish this book yesterday, but it just didn't happen. And she had said at the very beginning of the book to get out Kleenexes for chapter 14. And holy cow, you need Kleenexes. It was just so good. And her stories that she told were great and relevant and emotional. And I was just really blown away. Like, one of the reviews that I read was Mel Robbins, you hit a home run again. The first home run was the 5-second rule, and the second home run is with the High Five Habit. And you guys, that's absolutely true. So I cannot stress enough to you how great this book is. It's just, I'm absolutely going to be putting this High Five Habit into play in my own life. And you'll see a picture in just a bit. I took a picture of myself high-fiving myself in the mirror. And let me tell you, it's not easy to get a picture of yourself high-fiving yourself in a mirror. It took quite a few shots trying to get that sucker, but I got it. So you'll see that in a second. But first, she talks about, one thing I really love about Mel Robbins is that she likes to use science. She likes to find the science that backs up her ideas. And it's great. I love that. If you can do that, more power to you. So she talks about, right off the bat, the reticular activating system. I don't know if you can see the little picture. The reticular formation is in your brain. And she gives this great little analogy as to its function. She calls it a filter, like a dryer filter. She said, when you go in and somebody's already used the dryer and you go to clean out the filter and there's like tons of gunk in it. And you're like, why am I the only person who cleans this thing out? She said that's what the reticular activating system does for your brain. It filters out things that are unnecessary for you. It is involved in almost everything we do. But the filtering of sensory input is one of its main functions. And so she's talking about how you can train your RAS for short. It's a lot easier than saying reticular activating system every time. So you can train your RAS, like your RAS listens to you to decide what is filtering, what it allows into your brain. And you have to tell it that it's important to you. And the more you focus on things, the more your brain, your RAS will catch things and bring them to your attention. For example, Mel Robbins loves to find heart-shaped things around her every day. She has a collection of heart-shaped rocks. She will take pictures of heart-shaped clouds. She takes pictures of heart-shaped spots on trees. And she's really trained her brain to look for these things because it means something to her. It is something that she loves to do. And she also uses the example of, if you think, okay, have I ever seen a red Acura on the road? And when she brought that up, I was like, I don't think I've ever seen a red Acura. But then, I'm not paying attention. I'm not looking for red Acuras. But if you decide to start looking for red Acuras, you'll start seeing them. I think that this is also called confirmation bias. If you start looking for something, you'll start seeing it. But that's what the RAS does. And so she continuously brings this up throughout the book with different stories and different anecdotes, because her high five habit is training the RAS. And she says, test it. Look for a heart-shaped object tomorrow. You have to let your RAS know that it's important to you. You can't just say, oh, this is silly, but okay, I'll look for a heart shape tomorrow. You have to be like, okay, I'm going to test this. Come on, RAS, play with me here. Let's look for heart shapes. So guys, if you remember to do this tomorrow and you see a heart shape, pretty please post that on our WhatsApp group. Take a picture and post it in our WhatsApp group. Say, hey, Kristi, I found a heart shape because I'm going to be looking. I promise you, I'm going to be looking. And it just occurred to me, when you are plugged in to LifeVantage and you are involved in the steps of this business, ITT, and paying attention to who needs Protandem and who needs this business, you start finding people, you start seeing all these people around you who need it. And that's just like Mel Robbins finding hearts. So teach your RAS to look for people who need Protandem and who need LifeVantage. And then she goes on to talk about, when you have these negative thoughts, that you push them away and you tell yourself the words, I'm not going to think about that. Like if you start thinking about, if your anxiety starts creeping in and you start getting worried about, oh, what's so-and-so going to think of me when I talk to them about Protandem, I'm not going to think about that. Just going to do it. And then she gives you some very useful, meaningful, positive mantras as examples, because she said most positive mantras don't work. Why? Because you don't believe it. You can't tell yourself, I'm pretty, I'm pretty, I'm pretty. Because if you don't believe it, it's not going to stick. So she said that there's many more than these in the book, but these are just some of the ones that she brings up that feel meaningful and might actually be something that you can use. Like, I deserve to feel good today. The world needs my story. And I like that one a lot. That one's a really good one, especially for LifeVantage. I have my own back. What broke my heart opened my eyes. This is teaching me something I need to know. Today is going to be a good day. I can handle this. Bring it on. And I actually stole that one, that last one. I can handle this. Bring it on. That is on my high five on my mirror. And you'll see a picture of that in just a second. So there's my picture. That was really hard to get, you guys. So what I did was I cut out a my handprint. I traced my hand onto a piece of purple paper, cut it out, and then stuck a sticky note on there with, I can handle this, bring it on, in my own handwriting. And that's on my bathroom mirror now. And that's going to remind me every morning to high five myself in the mirror. And it's not just high fiving. There's so much more to it. I'll get into that in a second. But her high five challenge, I went on the website, and it's HIGH 5challenge.com. You sign up for free. It's a 5-day challenge where she will send you emails. And I watched the first video that she sent for day 1. It's 17 minutes. It's really nice. It's really useful and helpful. And I highly encourage you guys to go up and sign up and just do it for 5 days. She has all these little posts of people taking their pictures of high-fiving themselves in the mirror, and it's just so feel good, guys. It's just so awesome. I love it. And here's a little bit more about the 5-day challenge. You have the Facebook group that you can join for community support. You get 5 days of these video lessons with Mel, and even some journal prompts. It's just lots of fun and so helpful too. What's else? I can't remember what's next. Oh yeah. So her last little thing at the end of the book was really, was really sweet. She talked about giving your heart a high five. So really, when you are giving yourself this high five in the mirror, you're looking at yourself in the eyes, really seeing yourself, smiling, and then actually high-fiving by touching the mirror physically. So it's not just saying hi, it's actually putting your hand out and touching that mirror and looking at yourself and seeing yourself, not your appearance. She said, don't look at your appearance, look at the soul behind your eyes, yourself. She said that is a transformative thing, because to us, there's a whole lot of connotation wrapped up with a high five, right? We are, it's an encouragement. It's I see you and I'm cheering you on. And sorry about the coughing, got tickle. But all of that is, it's all about training that RAS and training your RAS to believe that you have your own back and that you're there to support yourself. And it's a game changer. She said it changes your basic feeling about yourself, because we all tend to beat ourselves up. We all tend to support everybody else around us and not ourselves. And that's detrimental. We need to be supporting ourselves first, not everybody else. So she goes on to talk about this heart high five when you are having anxiety, or you're just nervous about something, that you put both your hands over your heart. I want you guys to do this with me. Put both your hands over your heart, close your eyes, and say to yourself, I am okay. I am safe. I am loved. And really feel it. And you say that over and over and over again, as many times as it takes to feel better to calm yourself down, to push away that anxiety and push through and get done what you need to get done. She told this beautiful story of a good friend of hers who was on an airplane, and she had just left the Boston airport, and the airplane lost cabin pressure, and everyone was freaking out. And the airplane turned around to go back to the airport, and it was a very iffy few minutes of they didn't know if they were going to crash or not. They did make it back to the airport, but as soon as the cabin pressure went away, her friend put her hands over her heart, and she told herself that over and over and over again. I am okay. I am safe. I am loved. I am okay. I am safe. I am loved, until that airplane had landed and everyone was able to get off safely. And then she got right back on another airplane and continued on to her destination. I don't know if I could have done that, even with the heart high five. I don't know if I could have done that, but that was a wonderful story that her friend took this and ran with it in a time when she really needed it, and it got her through. Oh, it was really good. So don't forget, tomorrow, look for a heart, look for hearts. Take a picture. There you go, Alice. There's a heart. Take a picture, post it on WhatsApp, on our WhatsApp team Fireball. I want to see your hearts. And then hopefully that'll get people curious about, why are they posting hearts? I better go watch the replay. Okay. Is that it? One more. So that's Mel Robbins doing her high five in the mirror. And there's a great quote that says, stop seeking approval from others. Give it to yourself instead. High five, y'all. All right. I'm going to stop sharing. And yeah. God, sorry for the coughing. I got that tickle. It's driving me nuts. Hi, Alice.
Hey, I wanted to share because I actually listened to part of her high five, some of the chapters she read out loud on her Facebook page, and I was blown away. I could not believe the things that she procrastinated and put herself through when she was younger. I mean, I had anxiety just reading about it. Like, I was just like, oh my God, I can't believe she did that. And I can't believe she survived it all, honestly. Like, it was just crazy. Just took a hold of her, and she just couldn't put one foot in front of the other. And how many bridges she burned and blew up, with her crazy actions. But anyway, after I had listened to one of her short parts where she talked about how important it is to look for the things that you're looking for, and she talks about the hearts. And when I arrived at Pro 5 Summit, we got on this bus, and they took us to the resort. And on the way there was this huge area on the mountain that was covered in snow, and it was this perfect little heart. And it was just something about the way the rocks were laid, and the parts where the snow had melted and where the snow had stuck. It was just the coolest little heart. And I was like, oh my gosh, look at that. I'm like, sure enough, there it is. So it was just really cool.
Oh, that's awesome. Thanks for sharing that. And you're right. So you guys, this book is seriously worth your time and your effort, because like Alice said, she shares these stories that you're like, how did she get through that? She was such a train wreck. Like, she went to law school, and she talks about how she got through law school. She went 3 years straight with not studying, drinking a bottle of wine every night with her roommate, waking up late and hungover the next day, racing to class, and doing it all again. It's like, how in the world do you get through law school that way? And it's not it. And that's not everything. She tells these stories that, like, if I had done those things, I could never share them. I could never bring them to the light of day because they would be so horrifyingly embarrassing to admit to. But she does it because she's trying to get her point across. She gets so vulnerable to teach you, look, I know what I'm talking about because I've done everything bad that can be done. And so I know what I'm talking about. So trust what I'm saying. And you can totally trust what she's saying. She goes on to talk about the beginning of the pandemic and how horrifying it was for her because she lost her job. She lost all of her speaking engagements that first year. She was just so depressed because she couldn't leave her house. She said, I couldn't even go to the gym to get rid of all my frustrations. She said, and meantime, my husband is loving it. He's going hiking. He's doing his thing. And here I am just going, ah. So it was because of that beginning part that she came up with the high five habit and then dove into the research. And guys, I was truly completely blown away by this book and by her humanness, Mel Robbins' humanness, and her talking about how she screwed up the first 40 years of her life. It's like, well, okay, screwing up 40 years. Okay, I think maybe you've got me beat. Oh, so again, if at all possible, please go check out that book. Go to the highfivechallenge.com and sign up and get a little bit of Mel Robbins in your life for at least 5 days. But I'm telling you, that hand is going to stay on my mirror. I'm going to be doing that every single morning and see where it takes me. All right, guys, I think that's it tonight. Unless anybody else wants to share.
I just want to congratulate everybody on their rank advancements. Jenny, Carol, Harry, who else? Tina? Is it Tina?
Dean, Jessica,
Terry
Hoblet.
Terry, that's right. Okay. I just wanted to say that and what an incredible
Thank you.
month that your team has had, Jenny, and just truly you're such an amazing leader, and I'm so excited for all the growth. And it's like when everybody starts to rise together, like that momentum is so powerful. And I think it was October when Alice, you and me and Kristi, we all rank advanced, right? It was like October, right?
Yeah.
So this is just an interest. It's like crazy that it's the same month, a different year. And so anyway, I just was so excited to see all of that. And just congratulations, everybody.
Was just going to share, I got my postcards, and I know
Awesome.
Jenny had said she looked at the postcards and they were really expensive. I found this one company and they didn't seem that expensive until I did the shipping, which was crazy, but they ended up being 18 cents, which I didn't think was bad. So I don't know if anyone wants the information for the company I used. just let me know. Cause I don't think 18, I got 1,000 because I was like, well, we're going to have these products. I might as well. That way I won't be shy about giving them out. But so it was $180 for 1,000 shipped. So
How-
That's not
what-
bad
what's your
because I think Vistaprint was like, I don't know, they were going to be way expensive for
like
the
40 cents.
postcards.
Yeah, unless you got like a ridiculous amount. This was
Mhm.
the cheapest one I found, and they had really good reviews. So, and they came out really good. So
Yeah, they did.
That's really awesome. Yeah.
Yeah,
that-
you'll have to put in the WhatsApp what company you use to order those.
I will. Like
Thank
I said, just be advised, like the cheapest shipping was like $50. And so they were 12 cents each, but when you added the shipping, it made it like 18 cents each. So, but yes, I will definitely put it in there for anyone that wants to order.
Thank you, Carol.
That's awesome.
All right. Thanks so much. And you guys have a great rest of your evening, and we'll see you next week. Thanks, Jenny.